Okay, so we are now live. This is 1 second. Should have got the right title. Yeah, we are now live. This is part 72 of the Game Engine live stream, and this is part 3 of the GUI where we will be doing labels. We did labels yesterday, and we're going to wrap it up today. It's going to be a really quick stream. I'm pretty late today, and I've got some other stuff to do, but I wanted to make sure we did a stream for like 20-30 minutes. I'm just going to bang it out and get it done. So we ended up getting this working. For some reason the lowercase text isn't working. So this is what happens when we run it. The ORLD is lowercase. I don't know how this particular font works. I'm thinking it could be something to do with the font itself. So I'm going to get another font. And if it isn't, then we need to look at what's happening. So that font, and we're going to get like a basic Arial font. I'll Google it. Arial font. I don't want to buy it, bro. Buy it. What are they smoking, man? I mean, like, really, what are they smoking? Whoever it is, they need to stop. Arial. So now let's give this a run. If this works, then I'm going to put it down to something to do with that font. And I've had issues like that before when I've used engines, not just HTML, where certain fonts have worked, certain fonts haven't, when I've used some font library as well. So, you know, you get those problems. It's just the fact that what's the chances of me choosing the font, the first font that I choose to test it with, has that issue? Don't know. Can't tell because it's off screen. So I'm going to set the character size to 128 and give this a run. See, that works. Must be something to do with that font. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Abstract set style from this. Okay, so currently, if we go to the label, there is a method called set style. We need to do the commenting as well. So the method called set style, and that's, so what are the styles that can be set? You do SF text style. So if we did this, SF text style. So we bold, italic, regular, strike through, and underlined. So obviously when you do the OR command, because it's a bitwise operation, it would just basically do bold and underlined. So you could do bold, italic. I mean, could you do regular as well? I mean, what would happen if I did this and that? I mean, that's handled in the background, so we don't have to really worry about that. So what we want to do see, I don't want to be having to do that stuff. That's not user friendly. So what I want to be able to do is maybe I'll get rid of set style in general, and what I could have is, so let's have a look. So what I could potentially have is, what was it? I think there was 5 of them. So bold, italic, regular, strike through, and underline. I could have either 5 methods, 1 method, and the method allows you to choose which one to enable and disable, and in the background we sort that out. I'm quite liking that idea. I'm quite liking that idea indeed. These are just numbers, because it's an enum, so it's just going to be a number. So if I go to label, first of all, let's create it. Will this be in the font? And will this be in font or will this be in label? Because the thing is, put in the label. Enum style of the text label, and we're going to right click, go to definition, and I'm going to copy all these. That's fine, I guess. Okay, so that's all good. And now, Hazer Demirel says, is it possible to do this job on FreeBSD, or do you have to use MS System to do this? Are you talking about game programming with SFML? Is that what you're talking about? Or C++? Or coding in general? Like, what's the specific question? Close this down. So now, so for the set style, what we would actually have, we're gonna have a const, so they could be negatives at one point. So I'm gonna put const int, no, not const int, I'm gonna put const style const bool is activated. And we realistically should have here as well. So I'm going to say bool is, I'll literally copy and paste these. Press the wrong button. Okay, so is bold, is italic, is underlined, is a strike through, and by default they are all false. Don't want to copy these. So I'm going to say I don't know what that global bound BS is moaning about. It's moaning about that, that's fine. this, and let's do this. Copy that, paste it here. And what we're going to do now is, for the set style method, right click, go to create implementation. Is another one there is which we can get rid of. We're going to say, we do a simple switch. It's going to be switch on style. And say case, style, bold, and we'll say is bold equals is activated, italic, regular, strike through, underline. So now we're going to change this to is italic. Are you using DirectX or OpenGL for this? I'm using SFML, which is a game multimedia library built on top of OpenGL. So though I'm not directly interacting with OpenGL, it is built on top of OpenGL. SFML is now game engine is built on top of SFML. Okay, so strike through, underline. Now what we need to do is actually do underscore underscore text dot set style. How am I going to go about doing this? Okay, there's a couple of ways we could go. Which one do you choose? I'm using SFML in this engine, but SDL is a great alternative as well. SDL is more lower level. I think it potentially has more possibility, more, I won't say longevity, more engines seem to use it. Yeah, I think it sort of strikes the middle ground between doing the basics, but then making you do the stuff. Like, it doesn't have, without using a plugin, you can't draw sprites. There's a SDL sprite plugin. It's not built in. Well, it's built in SFML. Like, it'll do input, you do window rendering. Beyond that, it doesn't really do much. bear with me. Our video pops up. That's the first one that pops up. Let me think of it a different way. Let me think of it like this. Instead of doing this, let's say style. So let's say if they're all styles, and let's say if by default they're all style colon regular, then here, if it's activated, then is bold is we'll say here is where we would do the if is activate. If it's not activated, no, if it's activated, then we will say is bold equals style bold, like so. Else is bold equals style regular, and I think this could actually work. Grab a strike through, is underlined, is italic, and is regular. And we're also going to say grab all of these. Don't know if it's going to work, hoping it is. And if I basically just say this, okay, so gives a quick build. Build works, I will run it here. I'll say label. It won't work. It will give me an error, and it will give me an error. Nah, I already fixed it at the top. Already fixed it. Well, that it shouldn't appear with that error at least. Set style. I'll say label style, bold. Yes, I did not fix it there. Style regular. And put true. On the comments out, give us a build. Make sure it's still working normally, and then I'll bold it. And we'll be wrapping up soon. I know it's been a short stream, but I need to get going. There's some things I need to do. Hello world, let's visually remember that. We'll probably be able to tell when it's bold. And now if we do this. I mean, is it bold? I mean, is it because all the other ones are set to is regular? And as a result, it's not getting activated? If I just do this, and I give this a run, and then I'll run it with like that as well. That's not bold, from what I can see. So if I do true, is bold equal that? Let me give that a run. See what happens with that. Again, possible this font don't have bold again. We need to reset. So if I do SF text style underline, so if I try that now, if that works, then there's something to do with this is messing up. No, I need to set the underline thickness, don't I? Oh, okay, of course that ain't gonna work. That method ain't getting called at the very least. Let's try that. That works. Let me check if it works with the styled one. If it doesn't, then there's something out. But again, probably fix this tomorrow because I'll get it going. That works. Save this one. I mean, now that's looking bold, that is, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. was it or was it not? It's hard to tell. Hard to tell. I'm gonna have to do a comparison tomorrow. I have to get going now, so I'm gonna wrap up this live stream. So we're gonna call this labels. Almost there, finished. Implementing better style methods. Let's commit that. I'll have to take some screenshots and do some comparisons. number 4, and push origin. So we're going to wrap up now. This is only a quick half an hour live stream. Wanted to make sure I get one done today and try and get one done every single day. And I will be doing another one tomorrow. I'll be doing 2 live streams. One will be a gameplay live stream on Ghost of Tsushima, like I did this morning, and one will be a game engine live stream, and it will be continuing. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see everyone tomorrow.